Welcome to the ITSM Practice Podcast.
Hello, I'm Luigi Ferri, and welcome back to the ITSM Practice Podcast. There is a question more and more Chief Information Security Officers hear in hallway conversations, quarterly business reviews, and even in customer calls. Did our data leave your ISMS because of AI? It's not an accusation, it's a symptom, a sign that clients feel the ground shifting and they are not wrong. Today, we explore why mid-sized companies can look at this moment not with fear, but with optimism. Because if AI stretches your perimeter, it also gives you the opportunity to redesign governance for the next decade. And the strongest tools for that redesign come from two standards that work better together than alone: ISO 27001 and ISO 42001. One secures information, the other secures intelligence. Combined, they secure trust. The perimeter is no longer a line. Mid-sized companies are adopting AI quickly: fraud detection models, credit scoring engines, customer service automation, third-party AI analytics. Suddenly, the perimeter that once felt solid becomes dynamic. ISO 27001 protects data through confidentiality, integrity, and availability. ISO 42001 adds the missing layer: governance of AI models, fairness, explainability, and lifecycle oversight. Together, they answer the customer's underlying fear. Do you understand where AI touches our data, and are you governing that interaction? This dual framework turns uncertainty into clarity, not by adding another binder of controls, but by aligning the ones you already have. What changes when AI enters your governance model? Here is the optimistic truth. AI does not break governance. AI exposes where governance was static. ISO 42001 extends the risk lens to new domains: bias, drift, supplier AI practices, model transparency, and lifecycle monitoring. Mid-sized chief information security officers gain something powerful: a framework that makes AI behavior visible, auditable, and explainable. And that visibility reduces fear, because people trust what you can explain. And what happens when a customer asks where your AI really sends their data? A few weeks ago, a chief information security officer from a mid-sized fintech told me about a customer meeting. The client had one simple question: when your AI model evaluates our transactions, do you know where the data goes? The room, of course, went quiet, not because the chief information security officer didn't know the answer, but because there was no single governance language to express it. With ISO 27001 alone, the answer feels partial. With ISO 42001, the answer becomes structured: where the data enters, how the model uses it, what third-party AI vendor touches it, how bias, fairness, and explainability are monitored, which controls ensure responsible use across the lifecycle. Good governance is about giving answers people can trust. What chief information security officers gain from combining ISO 27001 and ISO 42001? A unified risk picture. Both standards run on Plan, Do, Check, Act. Both require structured risk assessments. Both align naturally into one governance system. This means you manage traditional security and AI risk in the same rhythm. Another aspect, stronger third-party governance. AI vendors are not just suppliers. Please pay attention. They are risk extensions. ISO 42001 adds controls for transparency, model oversight, and supplier ethics, especially Annex A10.3 for supplier risk. In a world of software as a service, APIs, and cloud AI, this is no longer optional. Another aspect are integrated audits and less fatigue. Chief Information Security Officers can unify audits, evidence collection, and management reviews. One governance story, one improvement cycle. Your teams get time back, your board gets clarity. And the last aspect is strategic positioning. The EU AI Act will classify many banking and fintech AI systems as high risk. The combined ISO framework shows regulators and customers you are not improvising governance, you are engineering it. Many mid-sized organizations believe AI governance requires the scale of a multinational. It doesn't. It requires discipline. You already have security processes, committees, and training programs. ISO 42001 simply extends them to AI, using structures risk assessment, third-party reviews, incident response, monitoring, and continual improvement. You don't build a second governance system. You expand the first one. And that is where optimism becomes strategy. What you should take away? First, AI doesn't weaken governance. It reveals where governance must evolve. Second, combining ISO 27001 and ISO 42001 gives Chief Information Security Officers a unified risk language. Third, customers don't fear AI, they fear opacity. Governance restores clarity. 4. Third-party AI risk is now business critical. Controls must reflect that. Last one, in AI-enabled environments, the security perimeter is dynamic, not fixed. So, in every company, AI is reshaping the boundaries of trust. A trust is governed. ISO 27001 protects the information of yesterday. ISO 42001 protects the intelligence of tomorrow. Together, they help Chief Information Security Officers design a governance model capable of moving with the perimeter instead of defending a line that no longer exists. Because in the end, one truth stands. You cannot outsource AI risk. You have to consider that with AI, your ASMS perimeter is not static. I'm Luigi Ferri, and this was the ITSM Practice Podcast. Arrivederci.